Hello, good morning, guys.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All good.
Mm, Okay, so this is our last session, right? So any doubt in overall AWS class?
It was very good. I think
Yeah, thank you.
no doubt. I think you have make everything very clear.
Yeah, so the most important services I have gone in depth and given, and the new services and all, right? So that one I have given a high level overview.
Yeah.
Slides I've shared today. I'm gonna share it with organizer. They will share it with you.
Okay.
Mm, so what I wanted to show is I just wanted to show one real-time architecture, how it will be.
In our company, we just deployed 8 firewalls um,
Hmm.
in 3 different locations. So our
Firewalls.
firewall, Palo Alto firewalls, yes,
Okay.
inspection stations
Mm-hmm.
for IPsec connectivity through the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 3 locations, 3 different subnets:
Okay.
production, DR, and
Yeah.
non-product.
Yes. Subnets or VPCs?
VPC, sorry.
Okay.
So 3 firewall each VPC.
Mm-hmm.
So
Correct.
traffic will go first to the firewall inspection station, and then from there we have made the pairing
Mm.
in between VPCs where the
Mm.
private subnets are. So
Okay.
from the firewall VPC, we go to their private subnet to the different VPC
Okay.
through
Cool.
pairing.
So you guys did the pairing?
No, we didn't, but we have that. It's just in process.
Acha, okay, okay, yeah. But you can do it, no, if they ask you to do it.
Yes, I have learned a lot of things now, so I
Yeah.
can I can explain according to diagram. They have
Mm-hmm.
introduced internet gateways, route tables, VPCs, security
Yes.
groups, Echo, everything is there.
Yes. Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay. So my screen is visible, right, guys?
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So
Yes.
the architecture, AWS architecture, it will be like this. Okay. So this is your cloud, okay, AWS cloud boundary, and this is your VPC boundary. Okay, so this is how they will do in real time. Okay, but same three-tier architecture, same this thing they'll be deployed in different uh zones also. Okay, same thing they'll be deploying in different regions also. Okay, just for have a backup. Okay, first we'll understand this. Okay, how they have done it. See, if you see first you will create VPCs, right? So as same process. First they'll create VPC here. See, they have attached internet gateway. Okay, and then they have route tables. They did not show it here. They'll have a route tables, right? And then they have created 3 subnets. Okay, firewall subnet, public subnet, and private subnet. Okay, your basic VPC. If you see CloudFront, your WAF, Shield Advance, I told you, right? These and all are front doors, right? These will set in front of your VPC, like this. So it will not be inside your subnets. Don't say I'll install my CloudFront in public subnet. No, it will be like this. Even if you see Route 53, okay, even your Route
Yeah.
53 also, it's outside your VPC. All right. So now let's say any user, okay, comes to your application. Okay. So the first how the data come through is first it will go through Shield Advance, first layer. After passing, it go to the WAF. Okay, WAF you have to integrate. Nowadays, company are making it as a mandatory web application firewall. It's a security service. If you guys are interested, just go and learn about it. Okay, but for solution architect, it's not that much important. Okay, so WAF is a web application firewall service. Okay, if you want to give additional layer, security layer to your application, I mean for application security, you will use WAF. Okay, so user comes here, request comes, it goes to the WAF, then it goes to the CloudFront. From CloudFront, then it comes to your internet gateway. All right. So from here, once it comes to the internet gateway, it comes to your inside VPC. So if as soon as it comes, so they have created one more subnet called firewall subnet. Just now, Waqas was telling, right? We have deployed firewalls in our other VPCs in it. So this is how they done it, right? In one subnet, they'll take it, one entire subnet, they'll give it for firewall. Okay, here in AWS, we have something called AWS Network Firewall. Okay, this just whitelist, blacklist your IPs. Okay, so this is one service. So they are deploying only network firewall service in this firewall subnet. Okay, if you see how many checks it's going through, see, Shield Advanced, WAF, CloudFront, and then again firewall subnet. After it passes everything, it have to pass through NACL. What do you mean by NACL?
It's just a virtual firewall. Access list
Virtual firewall for?
for your subnet.
Exactly. Right. So NACL is a virtual firewall for your subnets. If you see, each subnet has NACL. Okay, it will be in the boundary. Right from internet gateway. Okay, it's coming to your firewall subnet, and then after approving it here, it goes through NACL, and then it goes to your public subnet. So here, what your public facing resources will be there, like your load balancer, NAT gateway, right? So all these things. So from here, load balancer will understand, okay, where I need to send, where is my target group. Okay, this is my target group, right? Your EC2s and all, it will be in the private subnet. This is what main EC2 where your application will be running. Okay, and then from here it goes to your private subnet. Okay, now what happens is in private subnet, most of them, or if you want, you can run your Dockers, Kubernetes, right? Whatever you want, you can run in your private subnet. But if you want like very separate, detailed VPCs for them only. So what they'll do, they'll create one more VPC. Okay, so that VPC will not have any internet connection. If you see, right, these two are VPCs. Okay, in this VPCs only your Kubernetes, Dockers, your database, your prod S3 bucket will be kept. Okay, here for this VPC, no internet is attached. It will only be connected to your private subnet. How? Using endpoint, VPC endpoint. Okay. So now if your application, right? So let's say your Flipkart. So your Flipkart application or your Amazon website, it's a microservice architecture, right? Everything will be running on your Dockers or Kubernetes here. Okay, so if the data you want to come from here is, this is how it goes. User has to go through Shield Advanced, WAF, CloudFront, Firewall, okay, and then public subnet and then private subnet. So if most of the cases you can put everything in private subnet, right? These Dockers and all, you can put it in private subnet. But in this case, they have just shown for the clear this thing, they've created one more internal VPC and they have connected through VPC to endpoint. Or else, what is the other way you can connect? These two guys. What is the other way of connection? One is VPC endpoint. Other one?
Otherwise, we are required to access through public links.
No. Other way you can connect through VPC peering, no? This VPC and this
Yes.
VPC. You can
Transit
make a
gateway.
so you can create a VPC peering and you can talk. Okay, so endpoint, why they have chosen endpoint is, see, if you do VPC peering, no, so let's say this VPC and this VPC, okay, this is a provider, these two, even this is VPC, okay. So if this VPC and this VPC, okay, is peered, what happens? This network firewall, if you have EC2 here in public subnet, even this can talk here. Okay, from here, even your public subnet, right, you can talk to your Docker or Kubernetes in these VPCs, because peering will give entire connection, entire VPCs. But endpoint, it will not work that. It will give to specific services only. Suppose if this from this VPC, if you want to talk to this EC2, okay, then you can use endpoint. See, it will only use EC2. Only EC2, this private EC2 can talk to your Dockers or Kubernetes. Okay, that's what the difference between peering and endpoint, guys. Peering, right? It will like entire. So, like how you copy, right? Your screen share your phone to your TV. If you screen share to your phone to a TV, from TV you can see all everything, whatever there in your phone, right? Peering is like that, right? Everything anyone can talk inside that VP. So peering is a legacy one actually, right? But still people who have started first, right? They are still following VPC peering, right? Again, the checks are more in that, but if the new, if anyone newly migrating to Amazon and all, right, so they are following endpoint, VPC endpoint. All right, so this is how your architecture will be. So whenever they ask an interview, right? So this is how in real time, right? We'll be deploying our same uh, this thing in different regions. Okay, I mean your same application. So this is your application subnet. Okay, this is your enterprise subnet. Okay, and this is your restricted subnet. Okay, same thing will be deployed. If this is your Mumbai region, we'll deploy same one in Ireland region, one in Northeast Virginia, same. So whenever this goes down, okay, what route 53, what it will do? Whenever this goes down, it will send traffic to this Ireland so that your user will not get to know. Okay, so here in this you can put your firewalls, okay, or you can put your load balancer, right? And again you here also you can put your NAT gateway or load balancer. And here in the restricted subnet, you'll run your databases, Dockers, S3 bucket. Okay, if it's a small application, you can do like this. Okay, internet gateway, all your route 53, everything sits outside here, comes here and it goes like this. Okay, so for each subnet there will be an ACL, and here there will be route table. Okay, so whenever they ask in interview about the architecture or network security, please explain this model. You have to explain this, right? Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Because this is the base, right? Installing any other software, right? Any other services, that's very easy. Oh, just go through, you'll have a couple of instructions, just install. But building a base is very important. How do you make a connection, right? This is what, so this connection, if it's not correct, even if you deploy very good services and all here inside, how it will talk, right? So that's why this they will ask in every interview, they'll ask this question. How do you make this connection? Okay. Mm, so what else? And if you guys are preparing for the exam, okay, so what is the tips? Okay, so this will take time. Okay, if you are preparing for the exam, if you're like, I want to, right, I have my time, I'll prepare on my own. Okay, then I will do it. So if you're willing like that, that also you can do. So what are the steps? Now you have learned AWS solution architect, right? Overall you have learned. Okay, you have just learned what is this service? Okay, what is the services in AWS? What is compute service? What is managed service? What are different storages? What are different databases? Okay, you have learned everything. Okay, if anyone asks what to do, how to do, you can tell it. For interview, no problem. But in exam, it's not like that. So in exam, it's a very cross thing. Okay, they'll include managed service right inside your this thing database, right? They'll do the cross thing, right? So it's all scenario based. In exam is everything scenario based. Everything they'll ask scenario based. So in order to do that, if you want to clear the exam, what you can do is there's one website, I think you people are aware of it, right? Exam topics. Are you guys are aware of it?
Not me.
No, sir.
First time saying.
Okay.
Mhm.
You guys didn't know. It's a free one. All IT exams you'll get.
Okay.
But not a genuine one, right? You cannot rely on this. You cannot say same question. See, you have AWS, you have Microsoft, you have ISAC, Google, Salesforce,
Okay. Okay. That's
VMware.
good.
Yeah, all free. But like since free means right, everyone will be there. So they'll not guarantee you that this will come. Exam questions will come. Okay. So if you see sample exam, I'll take sample question. See, questions will be like this. So what is the question? Company collects data for temperature, humidity, and atmospheric pressure in cities across multiple continents. The average volume of data that the company collects from each site daily is 500 GB. Each site has a high-speed internet connection. Okay. The company wants to aggregate the data from all these global sites as quickly as possible in a single Amazon S3 bucket. The solution must minimize operational complexity. Which solution meets these requirements? What could be the answer? Turn on S3 transfer aggregation at the destination allocate. Use multi-part uploads to directly upload the data from each site to an S3 bucket. Use cross-thread replication. Schedule AWS Snowball Edge storage optimized. What could be the answer, guys?
Still reading.
Gajanan Shivraman.
I think D for me.
Upload the data from each site to an
At
Amazon
regular
S3 bucket.
intervals, take a EBS snapshot and copy it to the region that contain the destination S3 bucket.
But what they're
Restore.
saying is the solution must minimize operational complexity.
Oh, yes.
B. I think B is come.
Gajanan is saying B, right? Gajanan B, Vakas D.
Yeah. I'm okay.
Okay. Uh, I don't know. I haven't read properly because it takes a lot of things. So I'll go with C. I'm not sure. Okay. So let's see.
Okay.
Correct answer is A.
I was thinking the very short sentence should be there because it's
So
very
again,
less complexity.
yeah, it's very complexity. Okay, because you need to have very good English. Because they'll play with your English, right?
Yes.
So here, if you see, and if you can go here and you can see discussion. Okay,
Yeah.
why it's just like
So,
it's not like
option D is correct answer.
option D is correct answer, but if you see keyword here, right? In the question they are saying the solution must minimize operational complexity.
Okay.
That's why they are going with if this was not there, no, if this was not there, option D is correct. So what I'm trying to say is the exam will be like this, very difficult,
Yeah.
right? So you need to go through like these questions, right? You will fail. You have to go through. You have to take lot of dumps. You have to, right? You can see discussions here, right? You can see why they are saying option A. You can see it. So this thing, we cannot say
Yeah.
this answer is correct. This is just like most voted. That's it. Okay. So if you want the proper answer and all, no, there's one course in Udemy, right? That is Tutorials Dojo. Tutorials Dojo AWS. Okay, in Udemy you have Tutorials Dojo's practice paper. Okay, so you have to take this, guys. It's literally I think 250 or 300, right? So you have to buy this. Okay, you will here you'll get, if you see, 1 to 6 practice tests will be there, right? For sure, if you take at the first time, you will get only 20%, 30%. You will fail. You have to practice a lot, right? And then if you get a 90% in all this practice tests, then you for sure that you can pass in real exam, because real exam scenarios will be same, not the same question, scenarios will be same. Okay, this is what I have done. Okay, I have done because I had time, right? We had time at that time, so that's why we went through this and we applied this. If you have time, you can go through this. You can go practice and right. If you don't have time, if you want it immediately, I told you, right, what to do. Like we provide exam support also, right? So like if you are a manager, right, if you are a working guy, you don't have this much time to go through. Usually students and all, they can go through, they can do this, right? People who are working, they
Yeah.
cannot write, right? So we have a set of team. Okay, so if you book your slot, if you're ready for the exam, okay, so on the exam day, so you just have to sit in front of your laptop, right? So you just have to sit, so
Yeah.
someone, so he will write and he will clear your exam. All right, so
Good.
this is, yeah, this is coming to exam part. So if you guys are interested, but you guys have to take exam, guys, because if you do this, if you are not certified, people
Yeah.
will not validate it. How do they validate? Based on your certification only. Okay,
Yes.
so do you want knowledge on this thing, certifications? What are different certifications we have? What is the future you want to do? What you need to do after solution architect?
Sure.
Others, Gajanan?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So, right, so let me
What was the link for that examtopic.com?
just exam topics.
Exam topics. Okay.
It's a free one, but again, the answers are very, I've seen many people giving review that questions are nice, but answers what they have chosen, no, it's not a correct answer.
Okay.
Okay, right. Uh-huh. This was looking for this. Okay, so let me. Great. So this is how your AWS certification is defined, guys. Okay. So foundational, okay. Foundational, your basic, very, very basic things start with cloud practitioner. All right. So this is your basic foundational level. Okay. So then comes your associate level. Okay. That is your solution architect, sysops admin, and developer associate. Okay, so first is your base, and then comes your this associate level. Okay, so associate level means one level higher than base. Okay, in the mid level, in the mid associate. Okay, so solution architect means you will basically learn, so what you have learned, right? My course, so I have taught you this solution architect associate. This is for generally for everyone, right? So if you're learning this, you don't have to learn this, because 70% of this course is this only, cloud practitioner. Okay, so solution architect contains all AWS services. It's for everyone. So basically, this is the most taken certification. Okay, most people have. Now, if you are into someone like admin, right, network admin, and if you want to learn this thing and all, then you can go with sysops administration. They have separate course for this sysops admin, right? You have to learn and you have to take this exam. This shows that you are a sysops admin. Okay, in AWS, any admin job you can do it. And then this is for developers, full stack developers, right? So for any kind of developers, they can go with developer associate. Again, associate means it will be one level easy, right? Mid-range level. After this, if you still want to take this thing and all, then comes your professional one. So professional, it requires at least minimum of 5 years of experience. If you see the costing also, it's 300. Okay, 300 USD dollars, right? It's very, 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 very difficult to crack the professional exam. Okay, even I haven't taken it. I'm still planning to take after a few months. So it's the same
Oh,
solution architect, but it's a professional level. And so DevOps also you have professional. This is for someone, right? So people who is working in DevOps, right? So they have to take this. So because in coming years, for sure in coming 1 or 2 years, they will ask this. Because people will get to know, right? Solution architect associate is a mid-level. For DevOps people, they'll ask this. Do you have DevOps certificate, AWS certificate? Okay, this is the general. Now comes specialty. Okay, specialty means suppose if you are into some particular domain, you want to be the specialist, expert of that domain. This is for them, right? This is again, you can say equal to professional only. Okay, difficulty also very difficult. So coming to the specialty, we have advanced networking for network admin. We have big data, we have security, we have machine learning, and we have Alexa skill builder, right? So in this, the most used one is security specialist. So I have done this security specialist. So since I am into security, so after doing this, I got more exposure into cloud security, right? I am the specialist in my organization for cloud security.
Oh,
Okay, that's
yeah.
so that's how your AWS certification will help you guys. Okay, so this is how it planned. So now if you take solution architect, that would be very good. It will be worth it. Okay, then in the future you can plan for anything. Okay, so that's it I wanted to give. I gave you project overview, I gave you exam overview, I gave you what would be the future of it, right? What you have to do after this and all. Okay, so we're gonna
sir,
start.
sir, yesterday I attended one interview. He asked, what is the network component in AWS? I told VPC and asking a part of VPC, what is the more network component?
Network component. So starting, you have to say starting with VPC. So
Uh-huh.
VPC or virtual private cloud. Then we have different subnets, right? After the subnets, we have NACLs, right? So after NACL, we have route table, we have internet gateway. So these everything combined forms a complete one network component. Even any one of thing is missing, right? You cannot make your network connection happens, right? Or your
Uh-huh.
in the NACL, inbound ports, outbound ports properly should be defined. I mean, in the security group also, inbound and outbound should be properly be defined. Not only VPC, entire this VPC, subnets, route table, internet gateway, all this combines, it gives us a complete one net. So if you say, what do you mean by network security in AWS? This is what we do. We
Right, right.
uh,
Sir, and one more he asked, how do we migrate on-premises to cloud? So cross-region, cross-region, there option, no? Through
no, no, no,
cross-region.
no, no. How do you migrate on-prem to cloud?
Uh-huh.
What to migrate? Is it a database or
On-prem data center to
huh?
cloud.
So there are different ways. Like first thing, what you need to you should ask him what are the things you want to operate. Whether you want to have a just a connection like 70% of data on the cloud and 30% in on-prem, or you want to do everything to slowly to your on-prem onto data,
Mhm.
I mean to cloud, or you want to transfer only the databases, right? Or if you want to transfer only databases, first you need to ask. Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
So the option is cross-region only. This is only option, na?
sorry, 1 second.
कैसे how do we migrate on-premise to cloud data? If suppose that database, if I
So
want to only migrate my database to cloud,
hmm.
so cross-region na
No,
option.
no, no, not cross region, Gajanan. So first thing is we have tunnels, right? So we have VPC tunnel. So using VPC tunnel, you can connect your on-prem to your cloud, right? You can slowly migrate using that tunnel. Second is you have direct connect. Okay, so if you want to transfer from your on-prem to cloud, you can transfer, you can create direct connect and you can slowly transfer. And third thing is if you want to transfer only databases, okay, so you have two options. Either you can go lift and shift method. That means, so whatever, now let's say in the on-prem we are using MySQL. Okay, if you are using MySQL, if you want same MySQL in cloud also, right, same configuration, same thing, we have something called Amazon RDS, right? So you have to go and create Amazon RDS with all the specification, with all the data, and slowly you can transfer data using what? Using storage gateway. You remember we discussed about storage gateway in one of our class.
Yes,
Volume
yes.
gateway, store
Mm.
gateway, right? Using all those things, first we'll create and then we'll slowly transfer the data. This is what we do. Directly we will not transfer. Cross region replication, it's in S3 bucket.
Acha.
It's in S3 bucket. So now if your S3 bucket is in Mumbai region, if you want to replicate that S3 bucket to Ireland, right? Only in that option you can go for cross region replication. You want to do that, you need to have architectural approval. I mean in real time, because you need to have architectural approval. Directly you cannot put into that region. Okay. Shivraman, you were asking something, right? What I didn't understand.
So we are using draw.io portal for designing architecture diagram in online.
Hmm.
So that if you are shared with us with our friends, they will be using. That's me.
There's a one more thing which our architecture people will use. I'm not getting that name. I'll let you know that one. Okay, I'll let you know to the organizer to inform you.
Okay.
And now I'm not getting that name. Okay. All right, guys. Any doubt?